Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the brand new Mercedes-Benz GLC. Now, we were recently celebrating the release of the new BMW iX3, and Mercedes-Benz was like, hold my beer. Now, a couple of things. The moment you lay eyes on it, there are a couple of things that strike the eye. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. That illuminated front grille. This is the first ever Mercedes Benz to have a lit grille. Now, when you look at that grille, you can see all those individual little lights that sparkle up whenever you press the unlock button to let it know that the owner is here. And guess what? 942 individual lights in that grille alone. And then that front face. Look, as much as that lit grille, they stole it from BMW. Uh, I'm gonna have to say Mercedes-Benz did it better here. In fact, the whole exterior design of the car, Mercedes-Benz definitely they nailed the look better than the BMW iX3. And I am speaking as a BMW fanboy, a very well-known BMW fanboy. Now, when you look at the front lights, you see they've got the Mercedes-Benz 3-pin star. Just in case you forget that it's a Mercedes-Benz, the side profile, not really that much different from the outgoing GLC, but it is a bit bigger, it is a bit wider, it is a bit taller. They've extended the length of it by about eight centimeters, if I'm not mistaken. That obviously means you got a bit more leg room now, so the comfort is definitely not compromised on this car. Now the back end of it, um, I see a lot of similarities with the BMW iX3. Of course, the BMW is way more linear in the sense that they're stronger straight lines of the BMW. This one went a bit more curvy, it's a bit more circular, but the similarities are in the real estate that the backlights take up at the back. They're huge. They are massive. These two cars, they look like baby robots from the back end. But again, Mercedes Benz did their back end better. I had a lot of reservations with the BMW back end. And then also, just in case you were forgetting that it's a Mercedes Benz, you got your 3-pin star twice on each side on the lights, and then you got the badge in the middle. Now, as a designer, this is a bit of repetition in terms of like branding is concerned. I feel like it's a bit redundant and repetitive, and I don't feel like it's adding a lot of value. um, I think it would have been better if they just left that 3-pin star at the front. It makes a very good signature LED look, one that will really rival that BMW look that they have now with their LEDs. And now getting into the inside of the car, yeah. I mean, you get into that car and you are met with that massive, massive screen. It's called the MBUX Hyper Screen. 339.1 inches long. The biggest screen in a Mercedes Benz. And now, I'm not really a fan of screens, but this does make the car look super futuristic. But as a fan of buttons, I'm a fan of buttons. You do have the buttons on the steering wheel to control your infotainment and stuff like that. But the screen now, whenever you need to control anything on the screen, it's pretty much all touch. You get a little bit of a feedback in the sense of in the sense of like sounds and clicks and probably haptic feedback. But I'm a fan of buttons. I think buttons should be brought back in cars. And I'm not really a fan of the screen being that wide. I feel like it's a bit distractive for the driver. Don't get me wrong, aesthetically, I think it's a beautiful look. It makes the car look very futuristic. But in terms of ergonomics, I feel like that screen can compromise the safety of the occupants in the vehicle, because I just feel like there's just too much going on there. I mean, it is a nice trendy design, but it raises some concerns for me. And now the rest of the interior, you've got a way more cocoon-like feel in the car. You can tell that the front two passengers are being hugged by that center console with storage underneath, and you've got your wireless charging and all that jazz, the cup holders, you got massaging seats, you got all the bells and whistles in a Merc. And I was wondering that why the emphasis on the GLC? Well, guess what? The GLC is actually the best selling Mercedes Benz in America as I speak right now. So that's probably why they invested so much in this car, and they launched it when they launched it, and it's rivaling the BMW iX3. Now it's an EV as well, and apparently Mercedes-Benz, they have dumped that whole naming thing where their electric cars are EQC, EQE, EQA, or whatever, or EQS. I think they've dumped that now. They're now just naming them like they're ICE cars. And this is the new trend that they're going to be following from now on. And this GLC actually borrows a lot of its things from the S Class. It's got a rear axle steering, cutting your U turns and whatnot a lot smaller. And it's got airmatic suspension. So that ride is going to be super smooth. When it comes to the battery, you've got 300 kilometers approximately that you can charge it up in like just 10 minutes. Yeah, just 10 minutes. Of course, it falls a little bit short of the BMW's 370 something that they're claiming. Please note these figures are pretty much being claimed right now. I don't think anyone has really like tested these things as of yet. And this car has got a 2.4-ton towing capacity. Not bad. The boot has 570 liters of storage. And it's also got a frunk, by the way. You just press the Mercedes badge at the front, and the trunk pops open. Hey, we call it a bonnet, by the way. It just pops open, and it's got 28 liters in the frunk. It's actually a very good looking car. How will it do on the market? It'll probably do very well since the outgoing GLC is the best selling. I'm 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 sure this one will do a lot better or the same. And it's really going to give that BMW iX3 a run for its money. What do you think about this new Mercedes? Do you like it? Do you love it? Or do you think Mercedes-Benz is just playing games here? Brian Willis, no relation of Bruce. Which car would you like me to review next?